Hey, it's me, Vicky Marie. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are in this crazy world we're living in. Now, this live that I'm doing today is a little bit of an experiment. So I don't know what sort of new year you're having so far, but I have to say mine is not going well so far. Not going well at all. One disaster after another. Anyway, not as bad as a lot of people's. So I'm not complaining because, well, it makes no difference, does it, complaining? But the big thing that happened this morning. So last night I went to bed. I tried. Sorry, I'm going to waffle a little bit. Tried a bit of a reset. Listened to some sort of mindfulness videos. Woke up this morning feeling like a new person, thinking, no, I'm going to be positive. Something I want to say before I carry on. Somebody last night sent me to talk's whining. I have no idea why. Somebody last night sent me, I'm not sure if it was a Ko-fi or a PayPal, but sent me, I wanted to say thank you, Tina, for that, because that helps put me in a better mood this morning as well, because honestly, yesterday I was sort of thinking, oh, I'm going to throw the towel in with all this. Anyway, it's a bit of a long story. So I got up this morning feeling like a new person. As I say, thank you so much, Tina, for that. That helped. I thought, oh, I'm manifesting positivity, like you try and do sometimes. I got up this morning, turned on my computer, blue screen of death on my computer. So I am doing this live on my laptop. My computer has given up the ghost, literally, just won't do anything. I don't know if I've lost everything that was on it, if it's ever going to come back, if I've got to get somebody out to look at it. When I Googled it, it was saying I needed to replace the hard drive and this, that, and the other. It was just like, oh my God. Anyway, luckily, I have a laptop, but the laptop is much slower than the computer. So I don't know. I want you to let me know how this live is coming over. Is the streaming okay, or is it slow? Let me know how it's coming over. I don't know because although I've got everything on the laptop that I've got on the computer in a way, but it's all smaller, so I'm having to, and it's in different places. I'm having to get used to where different things are, and anyway, I've managed to set up a live. I've also managed to. I have recorded a video this morning that I'm going to release at some point that I've been wanting to do for ages. I've got to edit it yet and put it out. I don't know how that's turned out really. I'll find out, I suppose. So yeah, just one of those technological disasters. A disaster, darling, a complete disaster this morning. And I'm just thinking, oh God, have I lost everything that's on that computer? Because, just so many documents and things like that. But hey ho, there's a lot worse things going on in the world, aren't there? A lot of people have faced a much worse New Year, including, the poor people in the Switzerland fire and things like that. So I'm trying not to get upset about a computer. Maybe it's a sign that I should just stay off the computer. Sometimes I feel like just binning the computer anyway. Do you? Like when you're doing a bit of doom scrolling, I'm seriously thinking of coming off X altogether because there's nothing good pops up on there. And it's all this Donald Trump, this, that, and the other. I'm just sick of it, all of it. It's not good for your mental health, is it? Anyway, of course, true crime, maybe you could argue, is not good for your mental health either. But then I do see a purpose to true crime. I think, there's a reason that we need to talk about these victims. They need to be talked about, especially like the case we're going to talk about today, which is literally just happened and as so far is completely unsolved. Unsolved cases need to be talked about, don't they? So that's what we're going to talk about in this video. But first of all, I just want to say thank you to everyone. I say thank you to Tina for that recent contribution to my channel. Thank you. I appreciate it more than you even realise that you could realise. But thanks to everybody who watches, likes, who subscribed, who shared the videos, who cares about the victims that I talk about. Special thank you to my members. Special thank you to those of you who've bought Ko-fis or sent super stickers or PayPal me or sent me a nice email. So the person that was thanking for the contribution, they also sent me sent me an email about this case. I had seen the case, but they highlighted my attention to it, and I thought, yeah, that needs to be talked about. Um, I have a feeling that it might be solved quite quickly. This case may be solved quite quickly. I don't know for sure, but I have a theory already, but it's only a theory. So let's see what happens. So this is look, seemingly happy couple, a dentist and his wife, um, murdered, it seems, in front of their children. So let's have a look at the article. So don't forget to let me know, how is this coming over to you? Is it slow? Because if you missed what I was saying earlier, my computer died this morning, so I'm on my laptop. But the problem is that I have like a special thing that I plug directly into my computer that makes the internet faster, and it won't fit into my laptop. So I have to get special. I'll have to get a special one for the laptop. So it may be coming over slow. I'm not sure. Anyway, you'll let me know. Okay, where am I? Yeah. So, oh, it's just a little bit awkward because I can hear myself in the background. I need to turn the sound down on that. Yeah, everything's a little bit slower. Everything's a little bit slower and it's in a different place than it normally is. So I'm sorry, you'll have to bear with me. Hope it's not coming over terribly. Maybe it is, and then I might have to not be able to do lives for a little while till I get sorted. So to test this. So yeah, frantic 911 calls reveal the children of a slain dentist and wife were crying inside the home before the couple's bodies were found. So somebody's walked into these poor people's homes and murdered them. Why? They did not kill the children, but they've orphaned the children. I mean, it's a terrible case, isn't it? Spencer Tepe and his wife Monique, a dentist and his wife. What is going on? What is this about? So apparently, Spencer is 37, Monique is 39, and they were found dead by police responding to requests for a welfare check after Spencer did not show up for work. And the couple's young children were inside the residence with the deceased bodies before they were rescued. And as of when this video goes out on the 4th of January, authorities have not identified any suspect in this case. So, a beloved Ohio couple found dead inside their home were fatally shot with their two children also in the house. So, this is in Ohio, Columbus, Ohio. Let's have a look where Columbus, for those of you like me who aren't brilliant with geography, especially not maybe American geography, let's have a look where Columbus, Ohio is. Let's just have a quick look. So slow as well, this laptop in comparison to the computer. It's going to drive me absolutely bonkers. Or maybe I'll get used to it. Well, I'll have to get used to it. Can't be, it just definitely won't be buying a new computer. I haven't got any money for a new computer in the new year. So There, Columbus. Where is? I just want to see. Where is Ohio? Oh, do you know? Really? It's just like. Well, I can see that's Columbus. I want to see where Ohio is. Let's have a look. I want to have a look where Ohio is in comparison to America. And there we are. So we've been to Maryland for cases, haven't we? With Rachel, Marin, Washington, etc. Because I think that's where Travis Decker. There's Chicago. I think we know. So yeah, there you go. There's where Ohio is, near Pennsylvania. Not that far from New York, actually, is it? And Columbus. Well, I wasn't sharing it. Hang on, share it. There we are, near Cincinnati. We look at the map of the United States. There's Ohio. And then if we look at Columbus, it seems to be right in the center of Ohio. Okay. Right, let's go back to the article now. I'll just come in, make sure you're all okay. Hey Daniel, happy Sunday. Yeah, maybe you'll let me know. Is this stream really slow? I was just saying my computer's given up the ghost, so I'm on the laptop. I don't know if it's slow, if it's streaming okay or not, but let me know if you don't mind. Thank you. So, yeah, now a beloved Ohio couple were found dead inside their home, fatally shot, with their 2 children also in the house, young children, and the children were reportedly heard crying by those who came to check on the couple. So Spencer, 37, and his wife Monique, 39, were found with gunshot wounds inside their Columbus, Ohio home on Tuesday, December the 30th. Oh my God. So literally, just before New Year, just after Christmas, just before the New Year. What has happened here? I mean, it's almost like an assassination. But, to kill both of them like that, why would they kill both of them? And then, luckily, they've left the children alive. But, it's a very odd thing, isn't it? So apparently, police responding to requests for a welfare check, found their bodies and officials pronounced them both deceased at the scene, the report states. And the couple's 2 young children were also inside the residence and were physically unharmed. Emergency calls made by the couple's friend and Spencer's co-worker reveal the distressing circumstances surrounding the discovery of their bodies. Now, Dr. Mark Valrose, who owns the dentistry practice where Spencer worked, told 911 he was worried when Spencer, whose punctuality, did not turn up for work. I don't know how else to say this, but we are very, very concerned. This is very out of character for him, Valrose told dispatchers. Yeah, I mean, some people might turn up late for work and people think, oh, they're late again. Some people are often late, aren't they? And then other people are just never late. They're really reliable, and almost immediately that would have rang alarm bells, wouldn't it? And then, of course, hi, David. He is what's the word? I'm on the wrong one. Hang on, I haven't changed over again. He owns the dentistry practice where Spencer worked. And now he'll be under intense scrutiny by the police because quite often the person who rings up to report a problem is the person who's caused the problem. Now, I'm not saying that's what's happened in this case, but it would definitely be something that the police will be looking into. And then he said, we can't get in touch with his wife, which is probably the most concerning thing. So, yeah, when you can't get hold of either of them. Several of Spencer's co-workers then arrived at the Tepe residence to check on the family. In a 911 call cited by CNN, Spencer's friend can be heard telling dispatchers, or I might be able to find that 911 call, that they could hear the couple's children crying inside the house. I can hear kids inside, and I think I heard one yell, the caller said, per the dispatch audio cited by the outlet, but we can't get in. Minutes later, in another 911 call, a distressed man told police, there's a body. In one emergency call cited by WSYZX, a caller told the police they could see his body near a bed in the home. Gosh. I mean, how did they get in the house? Unless it's like a murder-suicide or something. Is that a possibility? Is that a possibility that one of this couple shot the other one and then themselves and left the children alive? That's always a possibility, isn't it, I suppose? Spencer and Monique, this is going to be one of them, isn't it? We're a beloved couple in the community. Be one of those neighbourhoods where nothing like this ever happens here. Athens Dental Spot, where Spencer worked, issued a statement on Thursday, January the 1st, announcing the killings and said their practice will be closed for the rest of the week. Have we got that statement? Let's have a look. So slow, this laptop's driving me mental. I don't know what hopefully I can find. I can get something eventually. Speed up the internet on here. As I say, the one I had for laptop, so I need a new one. Long, I think, to load. Oh, Happy New Year. Oh, here we go. So this is their post that they issued. Should be able to share this with you. Sudden passing of our dear colleague and friend, Dr. Spencer Tepe, as well as his wife, Monique. He will be deeply missed by our team and the many patients cared for over the years. Our thoughts and sincerest condolences are with their families and loved ones during this very difficult time. Our practice will be closed for the remainder of the week. If you have an urgent dental concern, please as soon as possible. We will assess our availability for next week's appointments and be in touch shortly. We ask for your continued patience, support and privacy as our team mourns these terrible losses with gratitude. Yeah, so Dr. Mark Valrose and the Dental Depot team. Now, they haven't actually confirmed it's a homicide yet, so it could be a murder-suicide. How tragic. Whatever it is, it's so tragic because there's children here that have been left orphaned, and for it to happen over the holiday period. But, as we've discussed many times, a lot of things happen over the holiday periods because holiday periods, Christmas, New Year, any big occasion can sometimes bring tensions to the fore, can't it? And, I'm starting to think now, is this a case of murder-suicide? But why? It's terrible, isn't it? So apparently in a Facebook post, Spencer's brother-in-law expressed his shock at the couple's tragic deaths My brother and sister were the best of the best. Rob Misley wrote, just can't believe that somebody would do this. Love you, Spence and Mo. In a statement Misley shared with People, the deceased couple's family said they're devastated by the deaths. I bet they are, my God. Spencer was deeply committed to serving others. It continued. Oh, sorry. Monique was a loving, patient, and joyful mother, and a thoughtful planner whose warmth defined her. The statement read. Spencer was deeply committed to serving others. It continued, adding that the couple was in a deeply happy marriage, enjoyed travelling, and were building a life rooted in love. But it does say it's suspected murder. Oh, look at that photo of them. Now, we know you can't go by photos. Social media means absolutely nothing, does it? They look all happy. And I'm not saying they weren't, but what I'm saying is just because there's lovely photos of them on social media does not necessarily mean um, that they are, a happy couple, but everybody's saying they are. And here it is saying that the killings are being investigated as homicides. But as of Friday, January the 2nd, we're now on Sunday, January the 4th, authorities have not identified any suspects or shared a motive behind the killings or said if the couple were targeted. And the Columbus Division of Police did not immediately respond to People's request for further information. Now, what is important that, on the off chance that anybody is watching who does have any information, I have people that watch from all over the world, so it's very possible somebody might be watching from that area. Contact the Columbus Police Homicide Unit, and there's the phone number, or Central Ohio Crime Stoppers. Gosh, what terrible, terrible. It is. You just think, God, the news since Christmas, New Year. Honestly, I seriously am considering coming off social media in the sense of X and Twitter, Twitter, and it's just so depressing, But of course, these victims do need to be talked about, and these people, whoever's committed this horrible act, needs to be caught. So you sort of this is the sort of dichotomy I always have in my head. I sort of go between why am I doing this to I'm glad I'm doing this. And as I say, when people send me nice emails, leave nice comments, buy me coffees and things like that, because when people do that, they normally leave a lovely comment like thank you for that makes me think, yes, this is why I'm doing it. This is why I'm doing it. Because there is so much evil in the world, isn't there? There's a lot of there's so much good in the world. There is good in the world. But when you hear of something like this, and you just think, gosh, if somebody has done this to this couple, if they are homicides, both of them, what a horrible, foul thing to do, especially, knowing that they've got young children. What's wrong with people? Why well, it'd be to do with money or love, won't it? That's what these things are normally to do with. There'd be some financial reason, or there'd be a love reason. That's that state. Now, it does seem if he was shot multiple times, does that mean that the anger was mainly directed towards him? She was shot once in the chest, I think she said. Well, let's just have another look. So that suggests that perhaps it's not murder-suicide then, doesn't it? Just a month away from their 5-year anniversary. How terribly sad, there they are, all happy, not knowing what was going to happen to them in a couple of years. It's a good job we don't know what's going to happen to us, really, isn't it? And then obviously they've had children, and the children were there in the house. Well, thank God the children were spared, but as I say, they were spared, but they were orphaned. I mean, it's a terrible thing for them to have to grow up with, isn't it? Not having a mother or a father, and not only that, the brutal way that their parents have been taken from this planet, and maybe even the children saw what happened. You know, that's a possibility, isn't it? May have been somebody in a mask or whatever, and as they thank God they did spare the children. Um, but goodness me, you know, just how traumatic for those children, even though they've survived this. So, you know, it sounds like, oh, don't forget if you, because there's a few more of you watching now, don't forget, let me know, how is the stream? How is uh, is it like faltering? You know, because for those of you who might have missed it at the beginning, my computer I got the blue screen of death this morning, so I'm having to use the laptop, which at least, you know, this is a bit of a test sort of live. I don't know if I'll be able to do lives on this laptop, because the way I normally speed the stream up, the cable that I have that plugs into the computer, it won't go into the laptop. So until I manage to get one for the laptop, it's going to be slow. Uh, just anyway, as I say, you know, getting the blue screen of death just into the new year, when you use your computer for everything to do with work, because I use it for my classes, of course, as well, for my Spanish classes, as well as YouTubing and stuff, is a bit of a disaster. But do you know what? There's people having worse New Years out there, like this family, this poor family. So, yeah, what do you think? So it's like, if this is like an assassination, to me, if he had multiple wounds, but the wife only had one wound, that would suggest that the main anger, if you like, or the main focus here was him. And the wife is almost the collateral damage, isn't it? She's like, she got shot in because she was there. I don't know, but who would turn up at their house first thing in the morning, presuming it happened first thing in the morning before he went to work? You know, I do think this is a case that's going to get solved. Perhaps it's not helpful to speculate at the moment, really. But anyway, just so very sad. I mean, my heart goes out to this family. So, yeah, what do you think of it? Let me know, of course, in comments. I will follow this case as it carries on, along with the other cases, of course, that we're following into the new year.